You are nobody's doorway but your own, and the only one who gets to tell you how your story ends is you. Every Hearted Doorway by Seanan McGuire is the first novella of her Wayward children's series. Published on April 5th, 2016, the story takes place at a boarding school for children who have journeyed to magical lands, but have returned to the real world, willingly or not. You see, children have always disappeared, under the right circumstances. They slip through the cracks or pass through doorways into worlds that are vastly different than our own. Every Hearted Doorway is our introduction to this concept, and the book is not that long. Quite easy to read through in a day or an afternoon, should you wish to binge through such things. I generally try to take my time with any story that I read, but I will admit, once I got into this, I devoured it. Set at Eleanor West's home for wayward children, Nancy, our protagonist for this first entry, is sent here to try to find a way to adjust back to a world that does not feel like home. Except there is darkness, murder, and secrets hidden amongst its diverse cast of students and teachers that she meets. When I say diverse, I mean this novella, this series even, has great LGBTQ+ representation. Not only that, but many of the children are POC, there are discussions about gender issues and stereotypes, even mental health representation. I mean, there is a reason why Seanan McGuire is one of my favorites. Nancy, an asexual teenager who has recently returned to our reality from a world full of ghosts and undead, has been permanently marked and changed by her experiences in a world she would call home, just like the rest of her fellow students. She longs to return to the world of the undead, where the Lord and Lady of the Underworld are waiting if she could only find a way. But then the first murder happens. In this atmospheric and strange story, we get so much in such a rich tapestry. Though many of the children have gone through the pain of a similar experience to Nancy, the worlds they went to were vastly different. The disparity between the children and how they got lost and then found, to the adults, be it the parents themselves or the teachers, who sometimes don't listen. It all boils down to one thing. Nobody gets to tell me how my story ends, but me. Overall, I would give Every Hearted Doorway a 4.5 out of 5 stars for my first time reading it. When I choose to reread this book in the future, I reserve the right to change my mind on that rating. And just like the doors in this series, you must remember, does the reader choose the book, or does the book choose the reader?